Hey guys, sorry about the white shirt. Poor planning. I see the rest of the image here is more dark because of my white shirt. Sorry about that. But we're kind of in a rush, so I can't change my shirts. We're going to go back to the Smoking Bishop from Barrister and Mann. It is the Omnibus base, and we're going to be using this Maggard synthetic, the Plisson-type, and I've got him in the water. He doesn't need to soak because he's a synthetic, but I have him in the water because whenever I want to grab him and load up in the soap, I want him to be as full of water as possible. And sometimes when you're rinsing it under the faucet, the motion of the water doesn't let it keep water in it in the same way. And so that's the only reason I've got it in the soap cup right there. Timeless open comb 68 gap stainless steel razor is going to hold the Nacet blade, which has 536 uses, and so today is that plus one. All right, I have a little handy mirror clip that I'll put that index card up there away from the water so it's not going to get stained or anything. I just took a shower, so my face is clean, so that's good. That's a little skip ahead, benefit. Don't have to worry about the first pass of lather having its effectiveness reduced by the oils on my face. Here's the Nacet blade and its markings. And we are ready to jump right into the soap. So last time I used Seaforth Black Watch. This is the Highland soap base. It worked great with the Slurry Lather method with this brush. And then this brush 2 times before that was not all that great. I think one time because I didn't load enough soap. The other time because I didn't have enough water in it. And I believe when I was with the Black Watch, I fixed both of those variables. So let's revisit the Omnibus base here and see if the fix that I had, make sure I have a lot of water in it and load for long enough. Let's see if that gets me what I want. It's been used for a few times now, so it should have a little bit of residual moisture in there. Shouldn't be too hard to pick up the soap from it, so that's good. And let's just go right to it. I did let gravity water drain out of it, but that's pretty much it. So, and then I took a different approach regarding loading. Previously I was counting swirls. Now I'm waiting for the froth to kind of overflow the edges a little bit. Let's try that. 1, 2, 3. That was 40 swirls. And I ended up with a good bit of water coming out from the brush. And I'm draining that water now into my lather bowl, which I can then use to kind of help my brush along during the shave. And I'm also letting the excess water kind of drip from the soap here. This is a really nice scent here. Rinsing off the sides of the tub. And then let's just go right with that brush to my face. Yep, see, that's the kind of slurry that's a trademark of this method here. Coming at the shave with lots of water in the brush at the beginning. Have to do anything mature because right away what's on my face right now, super slick, ready to go. Now this did not happen in the 2 previous shaves with the Omnibus because of those 2 little things that I did wrong before, but as you can see, it's great this time. So we can just go right to the shave. Just a day of growth, so a normal amount of stubble to take down today. Nice quick first pass, and then I can do a little water splash on my face. Get rid of residual stubble, but leave a little bit of soap behind, a couple of dabs there in the water. Looks like this is going well. Yeah, this is still, it's kind of a half slurry at this point. You can tell it's on its way to being a mature lather. And that's kind of right along the line with the typical progression of the slurry lather process. Cross grain now. Good smells. So wet and so slick that you can see I'm just not having a problem readdressing areas even after I've gone over them one time. Quick splash of water, and my fingers tell me that the lathers, the kind of early lather is really slick on my face. And we'll go back here for pass number 3. Yeah, so this is going great. It's a quick method. I'm really glad that I found a way to make this brush work with it. This is a very slick layer of product here right now. You can see it's super hydrated. Sure, it's not a Santa's beard kind of texture. It's not dense, but you know what? Dense may be great in the ads, and it may sound great in your mind, but density means high viscosity. Density means less water. Density means more soap, less water. And that's the opposite of ultimate slickness. Cross grain again. Very comfortable. Even on pass 1 today, the Nacet is not as effective as a younger blade, of course, with this many uses. But I do get a reasonable shave in 5 passes, and I get an okay shave at 3 passes. Oh man, the smell is just, it's not light, but it's not overwhelming, and so it's just perfect. It's just around me right now, and it's something to definitely enjoy. That'll be my last pass. I'm going to open up the razor a little and pass the water through, give the blade a good rinse, set it aside, and now a good rinse on my face. I think the number 63 from Prix de Provence, this BaM here, if I didn't try it already, I may have tried it, and it's a great match for this soap. But this is just a great BaM anyway, after the soap scent fades. I definitely have some stubble that could be taken down, but it's okay. Just a quick shave for today. Yeah, oh, that's such a good scent. Another one that goes really well with this is inexpensive. It's not got as much skin food, but the brandy spice from Pinot Clubman. The larger beauty supply stores might have a chance of having that if you have some of those in your area. So there we go, successful lathering with the Omnibus. I knew that it would be fine with the Slurry Lather base, and then I knew that I would be able to make it work with the synthetic. You know, 2 odd shaves before, but that's okay. I made 2 normal corrections, just making sure that brush, and you can kind of look at it. It's not a huge brush compared to, you know, a Badger. And so it's logical to think it's not going to hold as much water because it's got synthetic fibers, right? And so then made sure it had as much water as kind of it could hold. And then I changed to my froth loading method of whenever the froth builds up enough to where it's starting to overflow the edges a little bit, then stop. That might be my recommended policy. Now, once you have been shaving with a soap for a while, you could probably reduce the load time from that point. I think that's a good starting point, because the froth means that the soap has now absorbed some of the water and starting to release itself for the brush to pick up. Sling out, good rinse on it. You can kind of strop it on a towel a little bit to help things out, but it's not necessary because it's a synthetic. And there we go. I did have maybe a couple of passes left of lather in the brush, and then what you see here. But so that's what I'm saying. You could probably reduce it from that a little bit, but in terms of an easy to do starting amount, after just a couple of tries, that sounds like that might be my initial recommendation. Very good. So this is going to be smelling good for a couple hours now. Face feels great, no irritation. I think that's it. Thanks so much for watching. This is Sugar Daddy Shaves. Good night.